which means race weekend is just around the corner, and Cameron and I are loaded up. Where is he at? Right there. We're loaded up and ready to head down to the track. It's been one heck of a morning. We overslept because I set my alarm for 6:15 p.m. instead of a.m. And then when we were about to get out the door, we noticed that the filter on our fish tank wasn't running because of a power outage yesterday, so I had to deal with that. But now we are finally on the road. The concessions has already been delivered, so as soon as I get there, I'm gonna have to get that put away. And Terry's working on the track because we do have a private track rental today that we're going to have going on. So other than that, we've got a big weekend. It's the Summer Solstice Nostalgia Drags presented by Bellman Oil, something new, something fun that Terry put together, and we are really excited to have it. We don't know what to expect since we've never done it before, but we are ready for it. So we're gonna head to the track now. It takes us about an hour and 25 minutes to get there, and as soon as we get there, it'll be non-stop. So I just got to the track and I unloaded some of our personal stuff in the motorhome. And now I am going to go over to the restaurant to see how much stuff I have to get put away. I can't really remember what I ordered. I also need to check in with Terry to see what he's got going on. I've got somebody from the radio station meeting me here at 1 o'clock. I need to put up a bunch of banners. That's like a whole day process. I wanted to be started by now, but fortunately waking up late is put me behind for several reasons. Sorry, I'm looking down at the camera, my backup camera, because I'm backing up. The ground is so wet from the rain, I can't drive on it, and I didn't have a way to turn around. But we do have a private test session here today as well, so I'm going to check in on them first actually, and then I'm going to go to the restaurant. I forgot I have to put all that in. I forgot I have to put all this stuff away. How much stuff I have to get put away, I can't really remember what I ordered. Stock up a little extra with the nostalgia race this weekend. But since we didn't sell anything last weekend, we still had a lot of stuff left over. All right, so I'm gonna take these boxes to the dumpster. We actually just had to get a bigger dumpster because we've had so much trash, so much more this year than we did last year, which quite honestly is a good thing because that means there's a lot of people coming. Now I am going to head back in and put away all the drinks that we had to replace after the JJ race. Yeah, we sold out of everything, so I bought stuff last week. We have more to pick up this week, but I get to put it in the cooler. So I just got done with putting all the drinks away, and I met with the lady from the radio station, and now it's the task I've been dreading. Not really dreading, but it's really hot outside. All of these are banners that we get from the partners with Contingency Connection. And Contingency Connection is basically a racer rewards program that offers discounted products and racer discounts to a ton of different companies that all of our racers are currently using. We invested in the program a couple years ago because we felt like it could help our racers, and while we aren't ever really sure how many racers use the discounted books, I've gotten feedback from racers that have used them and really appreciate them. So We continue with the program this year, and part of the track's commitment is to represent all the sponsors that take part in the program. So it's been rainy this year. We haven't had many good Thursdays for me to get these hung up. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So I was just heading down to the motorhome and Justin said, hey, I found a pet for Cam. There is an animal here. Let me show you. Be careful if it's a snapping turtle. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. You just never know what you're gonna find around here. This is where I started hanging banners a couple weeks ago, and this is what I have left to do. Hopefully I can get it all done. So I was able to get almost everything done. I'm not saying I'm completely done for the day, but it is so hot. I need to go in and get some water. Well, we are wrapping it up here today. The banners got done. The test session went smooth. We are pumping, I don't know if you can hear, but right back there, we are pumping water out because we got a lot of rain. Trying to get that pumped out. We have to go into Kokomo. We do it every Thursday. Pick up drinks at Sam's Club. Grab a bite to eat. I'm sure there's more that needs done. I just can't think of it right now. We got a conservation officer or something like an animal control or animal wildlife guy calling us in the morning to hopefully come relocate the snapping turtle, which is on the move now. I'm looking over and he is on the move. He had taken shelter underneath our race trailer, which now looks like he's on his, I don't know where he's gonna go. He's not gonna get very far because the fence is there. But so hopefully they'll be able to come out and get him relocated so that he'll be in a happier place and he won't get hurt and he won't hurt anybody else here. There he is. I don't know where he's going, but look at that size of that head. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're in the car at Wally World Junior, Sam's Club, or whatever they call this place, and it's painful. You know, not only do you, the nice thing is we don't have to shop. We can just call them and they deliver to the car, which makes it nice. But we got to spend half the night loading it up, and then we got to spend the other half the night unloading it, getting in coolers. It's so much fun. Nothing like it. Next.
Thursday night dinner.
It's kind of like the last meal, the last supper. You never know when you're going to eat again the rest of the weekend because of the racing it takes on. So it's so we just want to make sure we get a good meal tonight, and then it's got to get us the rest of the way. Hey, check it out! Here comes our stuff right on time.
Your country.
We are heading back from dinner, and there's some crazy looking clouds. Wow.
Look at that, Joe. You see the rain coming down over there.
Yeah, it's seen it all
Is that like a funnel cloud?
It is, but it doesn't have no rotation to it.
Oh my God.
There's no rotation. You're right.
Ooh.
Man, that's nasty.
It does look awful. Well, it is Friday, so that means the race weekend is here. I overslept again because it's so comfortable in the motorhome, so dark. I don't know, I just sleep so good. But I am heading down to the end of the track to our building. Our friend Rollin is here to help get ready for the weekend. I think we have some more banners to hang. We need to figure out how we're gonna do the front gate exactly. I know it's kind of something we should have figured out by now, but this is our first time doing ticketing with our own system on a big event like this. So I've got to work on plans for that, go get the trophies for the juniors at Gold Medal Awards in Bunker Hill. And I'm sure there's a million other things that I haven't thought about. I always have to go up and I do have to get the computer ready for this weekend too. So first I'm meeting with Roland to see what we want to do with banners because he's here to help, which is much appreciated. So much to do all the time, and we could definitely not do it on our own. Wowzers!
It's got to be able to float because of tire sizes.
How often do you change those tires on the dragger?
When they start looking like that.
How? I mean, like, oh, I see.
I mean, some days it's more, some days less. Tires are used tires, and so the problem is that some of them have a lot of rubber, some of them don't.
I got used to just. So we actually had a little bit of a break in our day. All of us came to eat lunch, which we don't normally get to do every Friday, but because we did so much preparation during the week, we are taking a little break. Plus it's really, really hot outside. So we're at the local Mexican restaurant. There's like 2 restaurants in Bunker Hill. Maybe this one in Subway or something. So we're here, we're gonna have lunch and talk about the weekend, go over the schedule of events and just get things nailed down so it runs smoothly and efficiently. So we have been back at the track for a little while now after lunch, and I've been up in the tower where it's nice and air conditioned on this, I don't know, 90-degree day. I've got the classes set up in the computer for tomorrow. Rollin is helping me out, so he went to meet with some of the funny cars that are showing up and make sure that they're situated. And I'm going to head down to the ET Shack to test out our time slip printer, something we do before every day that we run. And we like to do it early just in case there is a problem, which hopefully, fingers crossed, there won't be a problem. So I have to run the printer down there, plug it in, come back up here, print the test slip, and then go back down there to make sure it printed. So I'm gonna head down and do that right now. because we don't want the locals to get upset, or if there's an emergency, we don't want to keep the road blocked. So we are going to open 30 minutes early today, which is normal. And I'll work here till Addie gets here, as long as she doesn't need my help. So it was a pretty uneventful day today at Tussin, which is always a good thing. Ready to get some rest and get ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow's gonna be a big day. It's gonna be busy, it's gonna be big, it's gonna be good. So we're excited for that.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you